Affiliate anniversary today. That's exciting. Should have cut my nails. Oh, I forgot. Cut my nails. I took a shower. They're getting just a little bit too long. This guy's going to mow this lawn for, I don't know, 6 hours. He's been out there for over an hour. And he's still cutting it. Like, he cuts a spot, and then he uses the weed whacker. And then he edges, but he doesn't just edge the sidewalk, which is not a huge sidewalk. He does like a part of the sidewalk, he edges. And now he's on his riding mower again, and now he's just doing the front between the sidewalk and the street, and then he'll mow that, and then he'll edge it. And then he also blows it off, and I'm like, why are you blowing it off? This guy's just annoying. He also lets the weed whacker and the blower run while he's on his phone. While he's looking at his phone, so it's just noise. And then of course Neil has to come out and talk to him every few minutes as well. So there's that part of the equation. So now I have just this incessant noise. Being incessantly noisy. Alright, I'm on the second page of this story already today. I've written a bunch today. I wrote a chapter for White Room, which is the thing me and Tom Duffy are writing together. Almost 400 words into this short story. Started another short story. Excuse me. What? Soup for lunch. Soup is good food. Sometimes you forget about soup, you know? Come on. Okay. Look at to the next page. This dude is killing me. It's almost like he's getting paid by the hour, and it's we're almost at the hour mark to cut lawn. If you've ever been to my house, these lawns are decent size, but they're not. There's not like a field behind the house. There's nothing. Literally, the backyard of this house across the street is like, I don't know, 100 feet maybe. Maybe I'm being generous. And then there's a fence because there's a pond on the other side. I don't even think it's 100 feet. And he's got a shed out there as well, and a patio. Screened in patio. So there's no way there's a. So now he just turned off the riding mower. And I guarantee you now, he's going to go back to the edger, or to the weed whacker, or to the blower. But we'll have all three of them being used for the next, I don't know, half an hour. Like, does this guy have, like, no other jobs today? Two dudes mow our lawn. They are literally here all of 12 minutes. I mean, the dude punches down the riding mower. The other guy immediately edges everything. The other guy he finishes mowing, and my yard is twice as big as Neil's across the street, with no sheds or anything in it. He'll run through they'll run through, boom. That guy finishes up. The other guy has done edging. Now he's doing all of the weed whacking. The other guy does all the weed whacking around. And then the one guy drives the truck down the street because they have other jobs in the area. And then the guy walks around with the blower for all of like 2 minutes. Done. Done. Pay me. Oh, I'll pay you. I guess I started really early. I didn't realize how early I started. I don't know. The hell is everybody? Want to remind everybody to please subscribe or resubscribe on Twitch, and also please follow me on YouTube. I'm doing very well on YouTube right now, and I would like to keep it going. If you're into writing, if you're into hosting tea parties, whatever your thing is, I probably have a video on it. Probably not tea parties, though. Now he's using the blower. But the way he uses the blower is also so random. Because he's not blowing it in any one direction. He's literally just walking around just blowing it. This is going to take him like an hour. I'll be done writing, and he'll still be blowing this off. Freaky guy, right? Freaking guy. Are you done? Please, please. Please don't do any more. You left the gate open. You left the gate open. Done. Short story, done. This fucking guy, he's going over the same fucking area. He's standing in the middle of the fucking driveway just turning in circles. Next page, Nick Zune. Nick, when you're here for MondoCon, if this guy's out here mowing the lawn, I want you to kill him. I want you to bring some dynamite with you. Blow this dude to the moon. Because, man, he is fucking annoying me right now. I swear I wasn't going to ever curse on this again. What am I doing? I'm cursing. He's making me so angry. Such anger. I'm about to hit another page too, so get your digits ready. You would like what you're gonna get. And you know what's the funny part, Nick? Your name isn't green. That's crazy. I thought I wrote part of this. I thought I did. I guess I did not. Maybe I just thought about what this next few lines are going to be, and I never actually sat down and wrote them down. I don't know. I just want to do like 3 lines here and finish it, and then then we can chit chat hopefully. What are you looking at? Keep walking, asshole. You're looking at my property. Just like the Jolly Green Giant. Well, that's what I figured. The angry part. I mean, the Jolly Green Giant, man. He's in those commercials. He used to just rip people in half and then eat the bottom half and then eat the top half. I get it. All right. Well, you know what? We got to the next page. I did write this. I remember a line. What the hell happened? I gotta look at my spreadsheet. That's weird. I definitely wrote this because I remember having to look up her last name. I remember the pink Jeep. So what happened? What happened in this chapter? That's weird. I know I didn't dream like looking her name up, right? That don't make any a lick of sense. As Granny used to say, that don't make a lick of sense. Granny would say that. I think he's finally done. 75 minutes to cut a fucking lawn. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? I mean, are you? Nope, 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 nope. I was in a hotel for work this week and it had this thing called cable. That's insane. I will not get rid of my cable. I like my cable. So I happened to see Oak Island and Unearthed. Duh. Two very good shows. So you saw like the new season of Oak Island started. Is it Unearthed with Danny Trejo? It's on something. They're all the names are really all the same. I've not watched the new season started. I think this week. I did not watch this episode. Yes, they found a coin. Yes, yes, they did. They found a coin, and then we'll see that coin for the rest of the season because that would be the only thing of importance that they find. I started watching. What the hell's the name of it? Well, people unearth some forgotten treasure. Yeah, and I'm watching like pretty much all of those shows now. I'm watching the fishing ones. I'm watching the port heroes something. I don't know. They're in like Nova Scotia. Then I'm watching the last fisherman or something. It's about dudes getting cod or tuna or something. And then I'm watching the tuna one. Hopefully that comes back. I watched Oak Island. I saw Oak Island. But the Danny Trejo didn't watch. I watch The Proof is Out There. I watch that every week. And then I watched, last night, we watched Expedition Files. And then Expedition Unknown. A double whammy. And I've been watching the WWE LFG series as well. I don't know why. First season, they were 90-minute episodes. And the second season now is 60-minute episodes, which are much better to watch. I watched those this week in Expedition, yeah. What else did I watch? You know what I watched that Empire Skate 30 for 30 documentary that Frank keeps talking about. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I watched that last night while my wife went to her mom's for dinner. And then I watched something else I don't remember. Just random shit that I tape. Every time my wife's like, she's like, what are we gonna watch? I'm like, I don't know. I'll just put something on. She's like, all right, no Skinwalker Ranch. I'm like, they're not even back yet. Calm down. And you know what? I think they drop on a Tuesday, and you're not here Tuesday night. You're at your mom, so I get to watch it live. I mean, not live, but you know what I mean. I don't think you were here on Wednesday, Nick. What are your feelings on the band System of a Down? Shirley left you to fend for yourself yeah. So I had to make my own lunch every day, and then Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday nights she's at her mom's. All day Sunday, and all day Tuesday. So those 3 nights, 3 out of 7 nights, I'm on the hook for my own dinner, which is crazy. Last night I had taquitos and cheese sticks. Taquitos and cheese sticks. Last week I made pasta. I made pasta and I ate it for like 3 straight meals, but with just different shaped noodles. I finished the dude from the singer from System of a Down. I finished his autobiography, and it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I'm not a fan of their. I got a couple of those songs. Lyrics are just dumb. I like like that dude. Whoever's writing this music is definitely an '80s heavy metal fan, which is correct. Darren, the guitar player, huge '80s metal fan. So he's got all those, Metallica and Whitesnake, riffs and stuff. So anyway, I read that and I thought it was all right. Not bad at all. Tonight she's probably gonna work late, like 7, 8 o'clock, and so I'm like, I'm not taking anything out for dinner because anytime I take chicken or meat or something out, then we never get to it, and then I force myself Sunday. I'm like, well, we took this chicken out Friday night that we didn't eat, so now I gotta make something with chicken on Sunday. Maybe I don't want chicken on Sunday. I mean, I get chicken on Sunday. I'm kind of hoping she doesn't work too late because there's this cheesesteak place, Big Al's, that I really want to go and try. I like 2 albums by System. The first two, they didn't put out a ton of music. He did. He has his own. Apparently, had his own record label, or I guess still does. Surge Strike. And he put out a lot of new world music and all kinds of jazz stuff, all kinds of stuff. Wouldn't say I'm a fan, yeah. There's Tom Duffy. Speaking of a System of a Down fan. Speaking of one of the biggest System of a Down fans in the world, Tom Duffy, ladies and gentlemen. Seth Tarkanagarian is the best. Surge, I think is how you pronounce it. Not Seth. Seth is some little blonde-haired white dude from Wisconsin who skateboards. Hypnotize and Mesmerize. Oh, those were like the late. That was like fourth, fifth album, right? The album before that, they were going to do a double album, but uh, the record label said no. And then when they did that album, it was because Darren was a jerk, and it was mostly his songs that made it to the first album. And then Serge, not Seth, came up and said, "Well, I got all these songs that we recorded, and Darren's being a jerk about it. Let's just do two albums." That's how they did the second album, which was mostly his songs. Darren was a jerk. That's so unlike him. Yeah, apparently he was a real dick. Like there's like a 10-year, he's like 10 years younger than the other guy or something like that. And right from the beginning, he wanted his, and he also was a jerk. And next, who said he sang like a goat? Yeah, pretty much an Armenian goat. But basically, Darren was the one in the beginning was just like, you know what? If I write the song, then I get the publishing. If you add anything to it, you get a percentage of the publishing. And so basically, the other two guys in the band, they kind of screwed over because they only added a few little parts here and there. I mean, they all made equal money on the touring. But Darren made the bulk of the money because he was the one who was like, yeah, I don't like this song that Serge wrote. I want to use this song, you know. I'm hearing fighter jets. I'm hearing fighter jets. I'm feeling like I should start saying U2 lyrics. I think they have a song about something with fighter jets or something. I don't know. Well, I hope you immediately broke up with that ex when she said he sang like a goat. I don't know. Anyway, the book was more interesting than I thought it was going to be. So there's that. So I don't know if you remember, boys and girls, probably like 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, every time I was on Twitch, I would hear or see fighter jets go by, 2 or 3 in formation. Like every day around this time, and then it stopped for a couple years, and now I heard it yesterday, and I'm hearing it again today. I wonder if they're doing maneuvers or something, or more than likely space aliens. That seems more. We broke up when she said Geezer Butler was overrated. Wow. You know, you shouldn't hit a woman. But that's borderline. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those where you don't talk to her for the rest of your life. You just wash her from your memory. Who needs that kind of negative? Next she's going to say, oh, Geezer Butler didn't write his own autobiography. That's bullcrap. I guess the planes are gone again, and this guy's finally done with the mowing the freaking lawn. Tom, how far are you into the Jordan Harper book now? Geezer Brother wrote all sorts of songs. That was the problem. Getting close to the halfway mark. So the 3 main characters haven't all been killed yet. Oh, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert. His writing is just so friggin' good. It's just, there's like no wasted words and all those other cliches. I always wonder with a guy like that. I'm like, how good is that first draft? You know, like how much did the editor or editors or whatever really spruce that baby up, because it is phenomenal. My book of the year for 2026. I'm reading something I got from the library. I don't know. I don't remember the author, but it's a crime thriller noir thing. It's really good. It's set in the. I didn't realize at first. I'm like, oh, this is old timey. He's a sheriff in a little town, and a guy goes missing. And then he says he goes downtown and he's looking at the marquee at the movie theater, and Singing in the Rain is playing. And I don't know why I know this, but I automatically went, well, that came out in 1952. And then I looked it up. 1952. I'm like, why would I even know that? Why would I know Singing in the Rain came out in 1952? I don't know. I'm like, I guess this is set in the 50s. If this keeps up, then it's his best so far, which means he's successful in upping himself with each book he's written. Very much so. Very, very much so. There are parts to it. When I did my review, I didn't bring up, because I'm not sure. But it seems like he's mentioning things that happened in his other book, also set in Los Angeles. But I'm not sure. Because names sound familiar, and I'm like, I don't know if these are real people that were in the news. I don't know if he mentioned these real people in his the other book set in L.A., or if these are some of the ideas, and it seems like it would be some of the ideas and stuff, but easily his best book. And all of his books are great, so very, very, very happy with it. And I'm happy that we get to read it half a year before anybody else does. I've seen other people sharing videos of it or commenting about it, that they got an advanced copy, but they only got the ebook version of it. I'm like, well, I'm special. I get the print copy of that. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with that book. Here's the problem, though. Reading it 6 months in advance means there's like, I don't know, a year and a half now. We got to wait for another book from him. And even if he goes to Calgary next year for BoucherCon, I won't be there, so I won't get to bug him for a copy. I kept the publicist's information. So I will be, once we get another a year from now, and we get hey, here's the next book, I'm going to be bothering her. The Skeezer Butler book must be amazing. Completely amazing. Just so good. Just so good. I want to remind everybody to subscribe or resubscribe, and also to follow me on YouTube. And also watch some videos on YouTube. Not the shorts, the actual videos. Because I'm over 500 people follow me now. And like the last week, literally like the last 5 days, I've added almost 200 subscribers. Because of one of my videos. And so, but my hours are really, really low. So I need more people to be watching full videos. After this is on to the Tim Curry autobiography written by we all know who. I saw that. I actually saw it when I renewed a couple of my books from the library, and I saw that it was. I'm like, you know what? I'm trying to read the stuff I have now in the millions of books I have in piles, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to read it. I'm not gonna read it. Maybe down the line somewhere. A little warm. Tom, did you hear about the? She tell you about the dog that you guys will be watching? If not, then act like you didn't hear it from me. What are you doing, Alice? Actually, I had to take her aunt to the doctor this morning, so she leaves Alice home with me and the cats. And then she came home and she changed her real quick, and she's like, "I gotta go to work, but I'd probably only be at work for like 3-4 hours. I'm just gonna leave her home." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine. As long as she don't smell like dog poop, we're good." Change her diaper. She takes off, but now Alice is, I guess, a little restless, wandering around the house. Yeah, apparently you have a guest for a couple weeks. Yeah, so I guess it's one of Alice's sisters. But I think Pearl is a female. She starts telling me the whole story. Oh, the lady has to give the dog back, and doesn't seem like they're really treating the dog all that great, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, I said, so then we were in the living room last night. She was talking about it, and then Mary was in her hat, and she just looks up, and I'm like, and look how pissed off Mary is. She's like, "Do not bring another dog into this house. I already have a cat and a dog I don't want here. Do not bring another animal." Yeah, you don't want cat? No. The cats I don't mind, and I don't mind Alice. I don't like dogs in general. I just don't. I'm just uncomfortable with dogs. And I guess she's a tiny little thing like Alice, so. I mean, if it comes down to it, I wouldn't tell my wife this, but you know what? Just keep the fucking dog. I don't care. Or as long as Jess and Tom can keep up with the dog, and my mother-in-law not let the dog out to run down to the swamp. The good part is the dog was born there. So she knows the house, she knows the doggy door, she knows all that. But I just have the feeling that at some point that we're going to have a second dog. And you know what? I'm fine with that. Just bring it over before Christmas so I could buy another fucking blanket with another animal's face on it. Every year we add another pet. This is ridiculous. Someday I'm going to be like, "Oh, come over and see my 15 gerbils." I'm trying to build up the YouTube so that I don't have to get a job. That's basically what's happening. I'm like, hey, I broke 500 people. I've added like 200 people in the last like few days because of that video. I got to do another couple of videos like that. I need good content videos about writing and whatnot. So I keep coming up with ideas. I got like a post-it. I've got 4,000 post-it notes. I got a post-it note. I keep adding, just throwing random ideas onto it to shoot some videos. Because people on YouTube like your personal journey. It's like your own journey, like band in your house. Like Neil Sean and Steve Perry are in your house. Jonathan Cain is sitting in your living room right now. I just noticed he closed the gate before he left. Good. Good. So I will not be on tomorrow, Sunday at 1 o'clock, I have an interview with an author, which will be next Wednesday's interview. And then Tuesday, I have an author interview at 5 o'clock, and that will be for the following. That'll be for the 26th. The problem is, I have no interviews scheduled for December, which is kind of not good. That one guy screwed me over and it threw me, and I'm like, well, I got to get a job, so I don't want to start. I don't even know what I wrote there. Anyway, so I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll just hang out for a little bit, and I don't want to start doing all these interviews for December, and then the problem is that last week in November, starting from the 21st, Friday 21st, is my birthday. My wife will be off. Can't do anything then. Saturday, she'll be home. I think she got something to do. Sunday, her and Jess are going to make ravioli. And then she's off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday for Thanksgiving. Santa's too busy for anything. Yeah, exactly. So that's the problem. And the problem is Thanksgiving is so late. Like, I'd have to see if I can do one on... No, then I got a doctor's visit on Cyber Monday at 3:30. Son of a bitch. So yeah, I don't know what I'm I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know who to interview. You know what I'm saying? I put out a ton of feelers for about a dozen authors, and then nobody gets back to me. I guess you don't want to be on the greatest YouTube channel ever with 535 followers. I don't even know if everybody went to lunch yesterday. I know I didn't. I know Amanda is working full time now. I did not go, but I don't know if all the Mikes and Win, if they ended up going. So who knows? I do know next Friday on my birthday that I will not be on here. So there will be nothing on that. And then next Thursday, the 20th, I have lunch with that filmmaker horror dude. So there you go. BK Online talking about the lowdown, and obviously has no idea who Walter Mosley is. Why? I can only imagine what he's what platform is that he's never ever on is he actually talking about this? Tell me where you saw it, because I need to see it. All right, let's go and take a look. Why is Instagram so slow? It's like if Elmore Leonard chronicled a Hunter S. Thompson story. Don't sleep on it. All right. Yeah, I'm sure he doesn't know who Walter Mosley is, but I'm sure he'll tell you he does, and that he helped his career. So, yeah, exactly. I gotta sneeze. Whew. Whew. That'll clear you out. Yesterday I got hardly any writing in. I wrote part of the book for the chapter for me and Tom, but then I was like, couldn't think of anything else. And I was like, I'm going to just take a little break here. And then my day of break, well, I also left the house yesterday. I had to go to the library. I had to go to the post office. And so when I got home, I was aggravated. I'm going to tell you this story real quick. Story time. Free story time. I leave the house about 11 a.m. yesterday. And I'm like, you know what? I'm hungry. What's between here and the library? And I'm like, you know what I haven't had in a long time? Crystal. A couple of Crystal burgers. Some sliders. So I pull up. And I look at the board and I say 12 Crystals. Cheese and onion only. So you don't want ketchup. You don't want mustard. I said, no, ma'am. And it is a very, very ghetto woman. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm just tired, and she's like, 20.50. And I pull up, and I don't even think about. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pay in cash because I have all this cash left over from the last couple of book signings. My wallet is like that George Costanza wallet, which is all $5 bills. So I count out 6 $5 bills, and I give it to her. And she says, 29. And I said, how much? I said, how many dollars? 20. I said, oh, $20.95. Now, the smart thing would have been for her to at least give me a 5 back. And you're working on a cash register. So if you punched in the money, it would give you the change. She's like, I got to look at my phone. She takes her phone and she starts using the calculator app on her phone to figure out to give me $9.05 back. So as she's doing this, the manager walks over. Also very ghetto. Big woman. She says, we ain't taking no pennies. And I'm thinking, I didn't give you any pennies. They canceled. We don't got no more pennies. They're not making pennies anymore. Which annoyed me. Yeah, welcome to math. Exactly. The very hard math section. So I said, and I should have just shut my mouth. I should have just taken my burgers and just left. I say, well, you know, pennies are still legal tender. Just because they're not printing any more pennies doesn't mean that we all throw away our pennies, that they're worthless. They're still worth a penny. Well, we're just not taking them. We're not going to take them anymore. So I said, oh, okay. Is that a corporate decision or just a store decision? She's like, huh? I said, has Crystal as an entity, and of course I'm like, let me confuse the shit out of her. Is Crystal as an entity, are they just not taking pennies anymore? Has that come down the line that no more pennies? She's like, well, no, but they're not making them anymore. I said, but they're still worth money. If I walked up and I gave you $20.95 in pennies, legally you still have to take it. You can't say, oh, this money is worthless. It's still worth $20.95. And she went, we're just not taking it. And then she just walked away. Then I got my burgers, and then I did not leave the line. I'm like, they better not have screwed up my burgers. They did not. They did not put them together all that well either. Like a lot of the time, the cheese was half off the burger, stuck to the inside of the box. So I eat a couple on my way to the library. Park in the library parking lot, and I eat 8 burgers. And I'm like, why do I always order so many? Because I know I'm going to feel like garbage. I know I'm going to be pooping like 100 times. So I go in, I drop off the books, look around, don't find another book, which is fine because I don't need another book. Come back to the car, take 2 bites, they're done. I take a bite, I finish half the burger, and I'm like, I don't even want this anymore. So I threw it back in the bag, and I'm like, you know what? 8.5 burgers is enough. Then I drove to the post office to mail some books out, and I just threw the bag in the garbage there. And then I was feeling so like gross and nauseous that I didn't even stop at Dunkin' on the way home. All true. Crazy, crazy true stories. But I'm thinking, you got to use your phone? Because she looked so put off that I was using cash. I'm thinking, oh, because they probably just use credit cards all friggin' day. Plus, I was like, I spent $20.95 on 12 little tiny slider burgers with cheese on them. Because they charge you for the cheese. I have expected you to say she's invited to the next MondoCon. The manager is. But I'm telling you, Nick, do not bring pennies with you, because she will freak out. Now, we will have a smaller, more dignified group at MondoCon next year. That's all I'm going to say. I think it's time for a couple of changes. You guys probably will be invited. Who knows? Alright, that being said, I'm out of here. Thanks for hanging out with me for this last hour and 40-something seconds. I will not be on. I probably will not be on this weekend, I'm going to be honest with you. I will probably shoot a new video, though, about one of my writing subjects that I've written down. And I'll post that up probably Sunday or Monday. And I'll see everybody back here on Monday. We will do this again. So, reminder to subscribe or resubscribe, and also to follow me on YouTube, and also watch some of my videos. Even if you just put it on in the background, it won't bother me. Just watch through the whole video.